Boy, isn't it a beautiful day here on the Introverts SMP. And, well, we're over here in Tiltlandia, as we've been over here in the last few episodes, working on this amazing little area. And if you caught the last episode, we built this awesome looking tree. It turned out like a big old pile of poopy first, but then we got through it and made it look amazing. And I just love walking through here. It is fun going into the Wizard's Tower, checking out everything in the Wizard's Tower. It's looking lovely. But we are not over here to work in this area yet. We still got, other things to do. And we are going to come back over here later in this episode and do some terraforming down in here and fix some things up to make this tree pop a little bit better. And of course, we have some spots down here that really need to be fixed. And that zombie is going to be a crispy guy. Well, that's better luck next time, zombie. Better luck next time. But as you can see, we've already laid a few things out. Different little areas that we need to work on and get these mountains going. But speaking of mountains, we have been working on mountains up over here. Since you saw that in the very first part of this video, we had a little time lapse and we did some work on this section right here because it was looking atrocious. I did not like it. It looked bad. But you can see that we added a few things in this area and I missed that. How am I going to get up there now? Doggone it. Let's try that again. I can't seem to fly very well. But if you'll look right about here, there's no pillar right there. And we are missing the top part of this little spot right here. And I didn't really like that because it looked very, very ugly. So what we did was we changed this. We carved away the mountain here, took a lot of this out in this area because it stuck out to about right here where I'm at. It was bad, and then came all the way down to right here where my beautiful smiling awesomeness is, right there. Can't miss it. But I decided to chisel that back and make it look a little better and give it a natural shape to it. And well, I think it looks pretty good. It's starting to take shape. But what I want to do is actually change a few things around. We are going to change this little section around right here and probably make it look a little better. I just don't like the way this is looking. And then we're going to keep chiseling away on this here. We added this. There's going to be another little kind of like an observant tower right here, kind of coming up. And then we have another big area up here that we are going to work on, which is, I think it's looking pretty darn good. And then of course we added some foliage and a few other things in here with a platform going across to a new area. And I'll show you that here in just a moment. But we need to work on carving this atrocious rock. It's getting better, but we need to work on carving this and getting it to have a better look, because I want to, as you can see, I've carved out some of this. I want to add a section here that ties into everything. So we're going to chisel all of this out and make this look nicer. We've got the pillar here to add going all the way up. So we're going to have a pillar going up. And then if you'll look, we have another little spot right there we've already carved out, kind of goes through all of that, about right through there. And we are going to work on shaping this and getting it looking better. And then this whole top section right there is going to get flat topped. We're going to make it disappear. I don't really like it being like that, and we're going to actually add a nice little element up there on the very top with some structures and different little areas where the elves come in and out of, little houses and stuff poking along the side here. And all of those are all going to be connected by a really cool kind of a great hall up here. So we're going to have this whole area just opened up and hollowed out, and we're going to have a section over here with elven buildings and such, and then we'll have a section over here that will be all carved, and they can come over here and look at the amazing tree and the wizard's tower just towering up right there. They might even be able to, spy on the wizard, see what the wizard's doing over there. I don't know. Ooh, that's a nice little shot. I like that. But we're going to open all this up and add some nice little elements to this, because I think if we do this correctly, it will look amazing. Especially with all the little buildings, the little elven cottages and stuff poking out all along here, kind of hanging out on the stilts and stuff. But that is where we're at. That is what we were doing. We did a little blip of a time lapse in the beginning here. So let's go ahead and let's get cracking on the rest of this. Oh, I just about crashed. Let's take the tower or the top of this and level it off for something even more grand, because I'm going to need all of this material for this area right down here. And what better place to get it from than right there, So let's get cracking. Let's get this done. Shall we? All right, sounds good. Get back up here on top, and we shall jump right into a tilted build mode. Now that we're done with all of that and got basically the shape we are looking for on this thing, which I think is going to turn out all right, because, well, we took care of a lot of ugliness with this thing and gave it a little more shape so it actually looks better, and we gave it a flat top. Great. That's just great. No. Anyways, all jokes aside, we did flat top it for a particular reason, because we're going to build something amazing up there, which is going to be, like I said, amazing. But we got this flat topped, and we're going to add a really cool element up here later on in the season. And I think it's going to actually add to the overall ambiance of this general area, which I think is going to be amazing. But if we get into free cam mode here right about now, we will see that we got some good shape to this mountain. It's still kind of chunky, a big chungus, if you would say, but we've got some shape and character to it. And now, I've been wanting to kind of cut this back a long time now. It's been bugging me quite a bit. If these clouds would get out of the way, that'd be great. Be able to see something here. Well, let's just whoop, pew. There we go. Just kidding. Anyways, I wanted to reshape a lot of this, because you got different little areas like this that just don't look quite right. It's all squared off. So we're going to reshape this a little bit. We're going to add more to this area right here, which is going to come all the way up, and then it's going to give more shape to it. And so all of these little areas right here, we're going to have different spots of walls and different sections. Like the elves have come in here and just built inside of this giant rock and added the elements and things that they needed to overall live in this huge thing. And it's a strategic point for the elves because, well, let's face it, it's going to take you a lot to get your army up in there, and there's a lot of choke points if you were to attack it. Ooh, we got a hole. We've got a hole. Oh, that's weird. Anyways, we're going to landscape and terraform just a little bit more to make it look better. As you can see, I've already added some greenery and some elements to this overall area, but I think what we're going to do next is we are going to go ahead and pop down here, and we're going to fly back up, and we are going to see some amazing stuff. There we go. Now we have it all this terraformed, and it's looking good. Now we'll go ahead and fly around here, and I'll show you all the little details that we've got. Starting with the giant root system coming down off the top of this. It's looking pretty amazing. Oh, ooh, can I make it? Ooh, look at that. Nice, smooth transition. But we have the first step of the nice little element that I'm going to add at the very top of this, the feature. And as you can pretty much already guess, it's involves with these roots. I mean, they're kind of there. But so we got these detail here, this nice root system going all the way up the side of this mountain. And on the top, we are going to add another nice, beautiful custom tree a little bit later. But not only did we add these roots, we added other little details to this to make it look a whole lot better. We've got the iron vein just stretching right up along underneath this tree that's going to go up there, which I think looks amazing. Nice little addition to it to give it the overall detail we needed. We've got some moss kind of kicking around down here on the edge of it. A little bit more root system to it, more details there for the roots, and just overall added these little elements that make it look a lot better. And we're going to pop into free cam again. We're going to check this out because it is so much easier to check out versus flying around, because I feel as though you get a lot more of the detail. But we added some greenery right up there and a little bit off this root, and this root tree, the roots just kind of hang down over the rock cliff here, which I think looks very good. And then of course we added a spot of gold here, some gold ore poking out right there. It glows really vibrantly at night because we added the glowstone right along the edge of it, which I think looks really good. We added a little bit of darker stone here, some tuff to it to make it look a lot better, and then added some dark areas along the edge there to define the edge of the rockwork right there, which I think has turned out amazing. And then of course we added a lot more moss right along the edge there, down along the bottom portion of it, and kind of just overall tied in this general area to make it look that much better. And then of course right up here on the other little area that's going to be done in a later episode, we added some greenery, some moss kind of hanging down off of that, and then we added a cool little feature here with the waterfall here. We added some glass work to make it look like it's just cascading down out of there and such. And then we got the roots that come and hang all the way down from the very top right here, just kind of draping all the way down off the side, clinging to the rocks, clinging to the soil that's down here, and just tapping into the lower area here where the soil is at. And I think that has turned out amazing because that root is just dangling and hanging on with just these little areas here, and kind of just follows the formation of the rockwork all the way down to this nice, beautiful, lush little area. And we'll pop back out of free cam mode and we'll jump down here and I'll show you the other little details that I've added, which look awesome and I think have turned out. Whoa, don't know what happened there. Sorry, I think I made both of us dizzy. But if you'll notice, we got mushrooms and we got all kinds of plants and details right over here. Land on this thorny plant here, but we've got a nice thorny little vine coming and sweeping up along here with you know, all these big thorns sticking out. Kind of stay away from them. Don't want to get poked. We got the other little details with this nether plant of some sort. Nether plant of some sort. Don't know what it's called. Uh, anyways, added some more features there. We've got some white mushrooms poking out right about there, kind of hanging off the side of this. We got some glowberries poking in around in different little spots. Then the fungus vining whatever thingamajigger thing it is. Yeah, that one. And we got some purple mushrooms here, which I think look really good and tie in very well to our overall look to this. And you can see we've got more detail here. We got a nice custom little tree here. We've got the spore blossom plant there with some more moss and mossy cobblestone, more vines hanging down, tying in. There's some more of those glowberries. And then, of course, as I said earlier, we were going to take this wall all the way up and tie it in. And look how amazing that turned out. It looks so much better. And of course, we've got to add some coal to the mix because there's a big coal vein here. There's all kinds of coal that's just poking around everywhere. So we got coal here. We got some more iron poking around right there. We got it poking around. I think I saw some right there. So, I mean, just rich in resources and material. And of course, we added some more moss there and then some more vines coming down along there, which overall has turned out well. Some azalea vines, more spore blossom plants, which have made it look so much better, and overall has tied this in very well. And as you can see, we've got, not only do we have purple mushrooms, we have white mushrooms, we also have little red mushrooms clinging onto the side of these cliffs. More iron right there, more tuff coming around, that waterfall coming out of there, which is just kind of giving off a little bit of a mist down here. Right down past the custom tree, past the nice little walkway that we have right there, above the towers, and cascading on down. And the cool thing about this waterfall is it goes all the way down to the bottom. So it's basically the source of everything. And I'll show you right about now. Here we go. So we just zoom right on down all the way through. It comes into where the little walkway is, which goes up into the storage area, which is this big window here, which you can see the nice, beautiful mountains from a distance. Ooh, look at those trees there. That looks pretty spiffy. Anyways, sorry, got distracted. Nice little pathway coming up here, and this, actually not finished, we'll eventually get there, goes all the way up, and there's more iron, more coal, goes all the way up to this little spot, which is where the little mushrooms are, poking off along the side, and goes right out into here. And then if you take this pathway goes all the way up, and yeah, it's supposed to go up to the next area. I didn't get that far. Yeah, just disregard that. I didn't finish it, apparently. Thought I did. Anyways, where were we? Oh yeah, water. We were going down the waterfall, sort of. I don't think I can make it, can I? Yep. Anyways, there's that custom tree. Added some nice details to that. And then we will go on down the waterfall, and it comes out right here by this tower, which you can see more of the land, which you shouldn't be down there. But it comes through here into our nice little landing pad here, which is amazing. If you saw some of my other episodes, you'll have seen that. But it cascades all the way through there, through the floor, and if I could get down it, there we go, on down and right out into the overall waterfall. So that's where the source comes from, right down behind the heart and right about here, which is amazing. Look at that. Woo, spiffy. I love that heart. It's amazing. Been there since day one. But look at that. How this turned out is amazing. I love it. Look at that. Woo! Flying around Tiltlandia. It is so spiffy. Look at the details. It's all about it and how grand and huge it is. Oh, and one more thing. I want to show you the scale of this thing because we we need to put that into good epic proportion for you. So here, let me get right out here and I'll show you how much of a scale difference this is. Well, not difference. Anyways, you get the idea. Here, hold on, hold on. I'll show you what we are at for height. So we are at 222.5. And the 0.5 I think is because I'm on a half slab. But 222 blocks in the air for this area, which initially was about 300 and something, but I've obviously flat topped the area. But to put it all into perspective, look at this. That is me, right about there. Just a little blip on top of that mountain. And look at this. There's me. Sploosh! There is how big Tiltlandia is. And we're not even done. We haven't even scratched but maybe a portion of it, because we still got all of the mountain range to put up all the way around the side of this. And then the area over there behind the Wizard's Tower. And then all the other details that we've got to do. We've got to put in. But look at how spectacular that is. It's amazing. But look at me. Poor little me, just right up here by my little lonesome, you know? Just by myself, just me. But I think we're going to call that an episode for today because we have done so much. We did some terraforming, we did a whole bunch of other stuff, and just made Tiltlandia look amazing. And amazing it is because all these little spots we get to fly around and look at, and it is looking so good, so awesome. We got all these little details and little spots to come into, these little areas to zip in and out of. We still have all of this area to do. We've got the Wizard Tower done back here. We got the trees down through here. Oh, it's so much work and so many details coming together. Wizard's Tower, the tree we built in the last episode, which turned out amazing for the fall idea and such. The different little, elements that are coming together. This thing looks so cool at night. It is amazing. I love zipping around through here. But I can't zip around too much. I usually end up dying. And that's not fun because I always lose my stuff. I lose my helmet, I lose my gear, I lose all of my stuff. But we are not done. We got so much to do, so little time to do it, and I'm hoping that eventually... there's a... Yeah! I just about died there. Anyways, what was I saying? So much to do and so little time. We haven't even finished all of this down here where the boats are going to go. I mean, whew. This is just so much fun, zipping in and out of Tiltlandia. Well, anyways, I am stalling. I hope you have all enjoyed the episode. I hope that you are liking Tiltlandia so far, how it's looking, all the details, all of what we've added to make this place just look amazing. And amazing it is looking as we walk through here and enjoy the beautiful, beautiful scenery and custom work that's being done. So, again, thank you for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see all of you in the next episode. Bye.